Following our story on the money wives of the Becheve people in Obanliku local government area of Cross River State, a lot of interest has been stirred up and meetings are beginning to hold to tackle this culture shock. We promise to keep tabs on development, so this package is part of our promise delivered. Stay back.
May 2018 was when Channels Television first broke the news of the money marriage culture by the Becheve people in Obanliku local government area of Cross River State, South Nigeria, where little girls are sold out to older men to offset debt. These girls often become slaves and are made to undergo all forms of rigorous and debasing activities. With many of the victims crying out for liberation from the hands of their masters, as well as the abolition of the culture, help appears to be in the horizon, following the report that brought the practice to limelight. First to identify with their plight is a team from the Markets Development Program in the Niger Delta region, led by the Communications and Advocacy Manager, EKOM FIDELIS. At the end of their visit and interaction with the victims, the group identifies areas of intervention geared towards addressing their poverty state, which according to them is an underlying factor that leads them to trading off their children.
I'm one person who thinks that whatever intervention that is to be given to these people should be demand-driven. What do they themselves individually want to do to earn a living? It's not about the way government has always gone in the past of buying hairdressing, saloon equipment, sewing machines and giving to these people. What do they themselves want to do? And of course, for sustainability and impact, I think one of the ways to go is to look at the environment. What are the opportunities? Is it in the agricultural sector? How can we support them to be engaged in it? So that way, people are would not need to struggle with the environment. It's something you already have at your beck and call, and you live with it. And through that way, you enhance your well-being.
A similar visit is ongoing in some other communities of Becheve by the Women on Advocacy to interface with the community on possible ways of ending money marriage. The team is led by the chairman, Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, Cross River State Chapter, Basi Edit.
All the way from Calabar, you see all these women here. We come out from our different houses, come pay transport, come. At least so that we will come here with our voices, carry that on our voice now, carry go back Calabar, go tell government.
The women cladded in black attire engaged the community on roles women can play with regards to nation building.
You can want help us, one, no get school, see school. Children go for another 3 classrooms. But that will not get. Another thing where the hard of here. Our people, they suffer. I know we hide on it. They sit down here if they had me, I know we hide anything. What he come for your man, you talk so that people will help you. But they suffer. Our children, they die like this. Will not get, even Qatar, what will they do? Some if you suffer till end of the year, you know, will get anything to train your children. You if you come this our village, you know, we see grown children where you say don't go to university, only one will get it too. So more help us, help our children.
Some members of the community who claim to be in support of the advocacy plead with government to assist them make refunds of the monies collected in exchange for their daughters in order to set them free.
Before they carry their daughter to a man, there's not even money. Like before, they change it through goods. Either you help me by this, I give you my child or my hand. So if government can help those that they have engaged themselves with some money to settle, so that those women will be free, will be happy.
Money woman is still good. Today, government don't put hands say that kind of nonsense must stop. I look at, see Glory. Glory, come here.
Pastor Richards, the lead missionary in advocacy against money marriage, exposes the myth behind the culture which has held the victims bound.
When he did how many years old? 4 years old, now they sell her. Even now, the man don't get money to come call him again. The man don't get money to collect them. Family don't push and say, "No be we get you." Now person property way, you not be so. Margaret, see you there. So there are many of them. Glory. Now replacement money, that is the real person die, then carry and go do replacement. As it is now, she's not going to school, she's not doing any work. Now, and nobody will have enough interest to help her because she's somebody's property. Can we continue like that? They can ask us, progress could still come for this kind of community if this kind of life continues. It cannot come.
Our visits to the palace of a clan head of Becheve leaves government with a lot to do towards the abolishment of money marriage, considering the fact that the practice has been in existence for decades.
I'm happy that the government has come in, so that in the area where the person cannot be able to have the money to pay back, please, we will fall back to the government. Government, please give us an assistance so that we can settle that matter and it will be over. Or otherwise, we are in total support of the government idea. Anything that you intend to use force, at the end, there is some yes. So just like if we have started in the nest like that, you see that everything will be over.
More women from the community who are against the continuous practice of the culture blamed the underdevelopment of the entire Becheve for the practice, which if stopped, could change the narrative.
All the suffer what have been seen up for my eye. All my children, they know suffer like that again. But just they pray for all people for Becheve wedding, don't sell them. Even they stop this kind of thing, person not will suffer like that again. So I want to say, make this thing stop.
With hope in their heart and songs on their lips, they lit candles to celebrate a new beginning for the community.